live around the world with that spa girl, Candy. It's time for Spa Brunch, whisking you to favorite treats and stealing their secrets for your love. Where's that spa girl chilling today? Candy?
Hey y'all, welcome to Spa Brunch, where we invite you to tune in and tune out every week with a virtual spa break. We're broadcasting live from Cincinnati, Ohio today. I'm Candy Holladay, your host and founder of Art of the Spa, the resource for decorating and living ideas to help you bring a bit of the spa home every day. Your spa or health or lifestyle, any questions you got for me about the show or spas in general, please give me a call on our spa hotline. It's 650-687-7288. That's 650-687-7288. I always love hearing from you. Now this week, we have a kind of an interesting show. It's all about using the spa to recalibrate yourself after a big convention or trade show. And you know, it's trade show season in October and November. It seems to be like full throttle, just show after show after show. So many new things to discover, people to meet. And it's really fun, but it can also like just make your head spin and your feet hurt. And so this week we have teamed up with the Four Seasons in Las Vegas. And I actually went to their spa after the iSpa convention trade show, which you can hear our episodes from iSpa, all of the really cool and great things that we found and trends in spa. And right after that, I had to go to a design conference down in LA, the West Edge Design Show, and we're going to have a show about that coming up in later weeks, so you want to stay tuned for that. So you can imagine, I really wanted to be refreshed and just on point for the second trade show. And that's why after the first one was over, I went and had a whole, like a spa, not a day, like normally we go and do a whole spa day, but we did this in like 4 hours. And it was just perfect. It was just enough. And I'm really excited to share with you all about my stay at the Four Seasons, you know, all of the things that I experienced and the best treatments that I'm going to recommend for you guys if you're coming back from a trade show or a big conference right now. And plus, I have an interview with the spa director, Shannon, she gave some amazing ideas for spa goers on a budget that want to come to the Four Seasons. That's right, you can spa on a budget at the Four Seasons. And she even gave us a few little tidbits about how she relaxes at home. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But before we get to that, I just want to share with you guys, I don't know about you, but I am having just the craziest November ever. We came back to Ohio to begin the renovations on our Spa Living Project house, which is super fun and really exciting, and I can't wait till it's complete and share it with you. But it also means the house is not livable. And so I've been living in a hotel. And actually, I've been living in a hotel for probably about 3 weeks now, which is why we had a little week hiatus there from the show. And it is so difficult. It's really hard because, you know, you don't get to eat well. And, you know, your whole routine is just upended, especially because I'm in a different city, even though this is a city that I used to live in. I am, you know, I'm not getting, like, I don't have my exercise class. And so I've discovered a few little apps that I love on my iPhone, and they really have been keeping me feeling like pretty good and like I'm, you know, not just falling all apart and turn into a big blob while I don't get to go to my normal workouts. And I just wanted to share those with you guys, especially, you know, if you are going to a trade show or you're traveling for work or for whatever reason, these are really great ways to fit fitness in. I mean, some of these, you could even like go in the bathroom and do a few exercises with one of them, I swear. No one would even know. Like if you're out on the trade show floor and you just all of a sudden just feel like, oh my God, I need to be refreshed. Just, you know, you could just go find a little corner somewhere and do a few yoga poses. And two that I really like, the reason I like these is because they kind of give you a good variety. Like there's a lot of specific apps, right? Like there's yoga apps, and there's weightlifting apps, and there's running apps. But these two have a really good selection, I think. And also they're provided in such small increments of time that literally you can get a little bit of fitness in just like 5 minutes. One of them that I really love is called the Hotfive app. So it's Hotfive, and it's on the iTunes store. And you just basically, it has the 5-minute exercises. And what that means is they'll have like a certain target. So like if you want to do cardio, or if you're looking for an arm workout, or you're looking for a core, you just select one of those categories, and then it gives you a big list of 5-minute workouts. And each of those 5-minute workouts is 1 minute of each exercise. So it's just perfect. You can do some of them, not all of them have equipment, so you don't even need to have a gym at hand. But what I like to do is I like to maybe do a stretching exercise, or stretching, 5 minutes of stretching from one of the groupings, and then like go on the treadmill down in the hotel gym, or even just go for a walk, and then come back and do maybe a couple of the core workouts. And I just mix it up every day, focus on different parts of my body. And sometimes I'll find myself just even, doing a little set before sleep, because it just gets kind of addictive. They give you points for every routine that you finish, and it's really fun, and they're always adding new routines. And then this one is so fun. It's another app, and it's called the Superhero Workout, and it is so fun. It's sort of like a virtual simulation in a way that you're like a superhero, and and when you first start the app for the first time, what it does, it uses your camera from your phone. So you like just prop your phone up, and you do like a set of exercises it runs you through, and the camera reads how many reps that you do at each exercise. It's so fun, and it gives you like a mission that you're out to accomplish, and you can pick different sets of exercises, or it can take you through like a whole story. So you can do like 15 minutes of the story and then come back. And you can even like network if you want to do it, be social with it. You can network with other people that are using the app. And it's definitely more a strength focus and more like simple calisthenics. So if you're not really into doing so many exercises, but you want to do a certain time frame, it's a really good app. And like I said, it's just so much fun. And it's another one that they're going to be coming up with more stories, and they give you like this little suit in the beginning. It's just really fun. And it's totally portable. It's on your phone. And I think they actually have a desktop version too. But, if you got your iPad, you're all set. Who needs a personal trainer, right? You can't carry that spa personal fitness guy with you. These things are like, to me, the next best thing. So if you guys, if you know of any apps, let me know. Go over to spabrunch.com and leave some comments in the show comments, maybe some of your favorite apps or ways that you keep fit when you're on the road. And I think with that let's go ahead and talk about Las Vegas. So as you know, I don't know, you may or may not know, Las Vegas, I learned this on my trip. Las Vegas is the conference capital of the world. Like crazy, right? The capital. There's something like, I read some statistics, and there's something like 50,000 or 55,000 conferences and trade shows in Las Vegas every year. Like mind-blowing, right? So you could just like stay there for 2 or 3 months and just go from show to show. You'd be like the smartest person alive or like the most brain dead person alive if you're like me. Because I can only handle so much. And, when you go to trade shows, like I said earlier, it can be really overwhelming. I mean, it's tons of walking, and just, and you have to be on the whole time. You want to be on your game. And so, what better time to take a spa break than after a conference? I mean, you want your brain to be able to like process all the information. You want to be all fresh for, when you get home, and you can start following up and kind of making plans around what you learned. And not only that, your body is probably a little bit shot because maybe you're not eating, the way you normally eat, or you're not getting as much of, you're not doing your normal workout routine like we were talking about earlier. And so that's why when I was invited to the iSpa conference, we chose to stay at the Four Seasons in Las Vegas and use their spa to kind of rejuvenate after the show. And one of the big reasons for me is because I'm not a gambler. And, a lot of the big hotels, like I had no idea, actually I'd never even been to Vegas before this trip. And, at a lot of the hotels, there is gambling. There's a big, gambling floor, and it's just not me, and they're kind of dark where the gambling floors are. There's not a lot of windows, and it's kind of stuffy. And the Four Seasons doesn't have a gambling area. And it's just such a retreat. I mean, it's gorgeous. You drive up and there's this just beautiful fountain, and, these gentlemen just, they just come out and greet you and take your bags. They won't even let you lift a finger. It's just fabulous. I can't think of a better place that I'd want to stay. And, and what's cool about Vegas is that maybe the Four Seasons isn't your cup of tea. Maybe you want to do gambling and things. There's like a spa, there's a hotel for every taste, every style, as we like to say here. And you just have to kind of explore and call up, talk to the spa directors, tell them what you're looking for, see if that is, your ideal place. And for the Four Seasons, another thing, the rooms were so beautiful. The decor, it's just stunning. It's not, being Vegas, I expected it to be like a little glitzy, and it was, but not like over the top. They had these, I'll have some pictures on the website, but they had like in the room, in the lampshades, they were made of these little chrome discs, like little discs, and it was just so glittery and pretty. And the windows, there was just like a solid wall of windows that just overlooked the strip. Just really gorgeous. You could see mountains in the background. It definitely wasn't what I thought like Vegas would be. And the bathroom was just to die. They had, the great shower with the rain heads. The tub was super deep and big. And, they have little beautiful like built-in shelving for all of your, bathroom things. It was really just outstanding. The only thing that I thought really was a shock to me was that when you go up, because it's in the same building as some other hotels, so you basically get in the elevator and then you have to go up like 30 floors where, you don't see anything, have a little bar just comes up and you're like, oh my God, it's like some Twilight Zone when you're going past those floors. And then it opens up on your floor. And it's such a big, it has to be so wide because there's so many rooms in the building that you literally, it was a pretty good walk to our room, which I was totally fine with. But it was surprising compared to the other hotels that I'd stayed in, just how big it really was. But it was really, really a fabulous place to stay. I can't recommend it enough. They even have in the rooms, they had like these little cards with, like a running track on it. So that's or not track, but a running route. So if you wanted to like go down and run on the strip, you could do that. And it gave you just all the like little highlights so you could do a run and see the sights. Really fun. It was truly a really great retreat to come back to every night after the show. And because it was so close, like if you're going to a convention that's at the Mandalay Bay, you can stay there and it's not a very far walk at all. And you can go back in between, like if you have a break and have a swim, or maybe even just go walk around on the treadmill just to take a little brain break, as it were, or even a nap in your room if you're into napping. But I have to tell you, after 3 days of the conference, I was so ready. And what I did is, I would do this even if I wasn't doing, the show, I booked all my treatments and everything before, like 2 weeks before I even got there. Because, when you're at a trade show, that means there's all these people, and hopefully some of them are going to want a spa. Definitely we know a lot of them need it, whether they're going to do it or not. But so you want to be sure that you get the treatments that you want in the time. And I always like to and I scheduled it right for like the conference ended, and then an hour later I was at the spa. And I didn't do my normal kind of pre-thing that I do when I go for a whole day, where I'll do like a workout and hang out and have lunch, because, usually when you go to a trade show, you're going home either that next day or that evening. And I wanted to do it just the way that you guys would be doing it. And so like an hour, just about, like I said, an hour after the conference ended, I went over to the spa. And the spa is like on the first floor of the Four Seasons Hotel, kind of around from the lobby. And I love, even just before you even walk in, you just know it's going to be special. There's like, they have like a little awning. It's so cute. It's like a little striped awning that has the spa on it. And, it just makes that feeling that even though you're in the hotel, you're not in the hotel anymore. Like when you walk through that little awning, you know how I love really fabulous entrances, like to your home or to a spa. It just is a totally transforming piece of decor, really a cool element that you have to have right. Probably one of the most important, I think. And they did that. You walked in, and you didn't walk into like a bazillion products. Like you walked into this beautiful marble foyer with a chandelier, and on either side, the way they had their retail set up, they have it on either side of the foyer. So you look to the right and left, and they have these really beautiful white wooden bookshelf kind of things all built into the walls. And that's how they have their products displayed. So really nice retail shopping experience as well. But I arrived, and they greeted me promptly and walked me back to the women's dressing area and showed me around where the relaxation room was and where the lobby was where you'd wait. And I had booked two things, the Raindrop Therapy and the soul-to-soul foot treatment. Kind of thinking, okay, Raindrop is like a massage, but it's also a body treatment, and it really works on you, like your whole all of your senses, because of the aromatherapy oils. And I'm going to tell you, I had no idea how intense it really was, and it was really incredible, and I'll tell you more about that in a bit. But I got into my robe, put all my stuff away, and then I hung out in the lobby for a little bit, and I should have known it was going to be good, because my my therapist, her name was Candace, so that was kind of funny. And I want to let her tell you about the Raindrop Therapy treatment that I had booked. Here she is.
Okay. Have you had a raindrop treatment before?
No.
Okay, so what it is, it's kind of a combination of energy work and essential oils and some standard massage. So we start with a little energy work on your feet, along with a little reflexology. I'll have you roll over then, and I'll do the essential oils all dropped along your back, and they all each have specific properties, but together the combination, they're antiviral, antispasmodic, antibacterial, antifungal, so they kind of do a little bit of everything, and it's designed to be a structural and energetic alignment of your body. So it does a little bit of everything and kind of helps you relax and kind of go to another little world.
Okay. I saw in the description on the menu it said it also can help with like focus a little bit.
Yes, it'll help your mental,
kind of relieve my mind after
and physical.
All that trade show stuff today.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. And she was right. It was so amazing. The thing about Candace was, she gave me that description, and I was already just like, oh, because when you walk in, the treatment rooms are really beautiful. They're like almost like a little mini version of the actual guest rooms, and so the decor is very elegant and soothing, but yet it's also kind of styled. And the tables were just super cushy and cozy. And she just attended to my every need. Not only was the massage fantastic, she was so skilled. Just the way that the deepness that she did. And when she had me on my back and she was dripping the drops of oil, it really does feel like you're just getting a little bit of a rain drop going on your skin. And what she does, as I didn't realize this, because you always hear that essential oils, you should not put those right on your skin, right? Because they're kind of potent. They can, be bad for sensitive skin if it's directly to the skin. So what they do is they put an oil on your back first, a carrier oil or base oil, and then they use the other aromatherapy oils over that. And, so it was just such a multisensory kind of thing. It was, even though I felt like I was totally zoning out during it, I know that I was benefiting because I could just feel like the fragrance and everything, like my mind was just starting to just feel like, okay, everything's all right. You're just kind of in that zone. And the other thing was just how, like I said, how they just she just coddled you. It was amazing. One of the things she did is something that unless you've never, if you had somebody do this, then you'd know. But like I'd never had a massage therapist, when she massaged me, she always kept one hand at least on me. And even when she would go get more oils or she would always just have her hand on my back or on my leg. And it just makes you feel so much more connected. And then you don't have that little, that abrupt part, like sometimes when they come back and they leave to get something or, and then come back and put their hands back on you. It's just like a little bit, of a shock. This was so smooth. I don't know how else to put it. It was just smooth, and it was really fantastic. And I actually, leave it to me, right? I was getting a headache. I was getting a really bad headache because I'll admit it, I hadn't drank enough water, and I had just been so excited with everything that had been going on that I hadn't eaten well over the past few days. And I just, I was really feeling just spent. And this brought me back. What she did is she did the raindrop and then the soul to soul, which is like a pressure point foot massage. She did that just right after it. So it felt like one treatment, which was really rocking. And that's really what I needed. I didn't want to have to move around a lot. And it was perfect, really perfect. So, so my feet were all treated, were so sore from all the walking and everything. And of course I wore heels. And then, my body and even my mind, my headache was starting to go away after the treatment. But something about the essential oils made the massage and made that body treatment so much more intense. Because right after, then I went into the Relaxation Lounge and just hung out, and I could feel my body tingling. I could feel my muscles just kind of, I don't want to say relaxing, but I could just feel something was really different. And I know it's because of the aromatherapy oils, and and they're pretty strong. After the treatment, you still will smell the oils, which is really nice. So you're continuing to get the benefits even after she's quit. So I went into the relaxation room, and then I went out to the pool for a little bit and just hung out. They have an incredible pool with this garden. You'd never know you're in the middle of Vegas. And just chilled, just kind of let my mind kind of take it all in, and just sat there and just felt so blessed and amazing. And after my treatment, I actually got to sit down with Shannon, who's the spa director at the Four Seasons Las Vegas. And I'd love for you she had some really great tips for those of you guys that are going to be spaing after a trade show, if you're going to go to her spa or another spa. Why don't you just sit back and relax and listen to what she had to say. So I'm sitting here with I'm with Shannon. She is the spa director at the Four Seasons Vegas, where we are this week on Spa Brunch. And Shannon has lived in Vegas a while, and so she really knows all the spa treatments that are really great for people that are out-of-towners and people that are here to really enjoy all the cool things like the shows and the conferences like we are. So Shannon, for somebody like me that's been here for a few days for a conference, walking and being really overstimulated with information, what spa treatments would you have picked for me?
I think that the biggest complaint or the biggest issue that we hear here in Las Vegas is what you just said, the walking, right? Your feet. Because there's that fine line between looking cute and having to wear tennis shoes. So we all want to make sure that we still look cute, right? So, but we don't realize in Vegas how far you have to walk. Even if you're in a convention like this, the amount of walking from just your hotel room just to the convention space and then out to the restroom and then back to a restaurant, so much walking. So I would definitely recommend pampering your feet, and whether that be anything from, a pedicure where your feet can soak in hot water to just a foot massage. I mean, those are the best. You can't get any better than that.
Yeah. And do you guys, do you do anything special in your pedicures? Do you use special oils? Or?
We do. We have a variety of different kinds of pedicures, anything from 45 minutes to a little bit longer of a service. You can really pamper yourself 75 minutes and up. And we do any combination of foot scrubs. There's always a lotion application, the massage, which is the best part. Some of our pedicures have different mud masks and things that we kind of paint on, and really helps the foot. You can really, it goes back to the whole reflexology and all of those things. You can really detox through the feet and get to a lot of your body through the foot. And so it's almost like the gateway to our body, right? So pampering that small area can go a long way. And I don't know if people really realize that just a simple foot massage or a really great foot reflexology can benefit you from head to toe.
Yeah.
And I think that's the trick, especially if you're cramped on time, which a lot of us are if we're here for a convention. If you're cramped on time, get a foot massage or a foot reflexology, because you can really get the full benefit in just a short amount of time. Really get the bang for your buck.
Yeah. Oh, that's great advice. I didn't think about that. The detoxing through the feet.
Absolutely, it's really great.
Oh,
it's really great. And then if you don't have a lot of money to spend on spa services, the thing that I think that people discredit a lot is that you can go in and you can use the spa facility. So there's always a relaxation lounge that you can sit down and kind of just get away from all of the buzz, because it's constant inundation here in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So get away from it all, kind of relax and center yourself. You can always use like the experiential shower. There's always great showers, steam rooms, sauna, those kinds of things. And you can usually use that depending on if you're staying in the hotel. Like at Four Seasons, you can come in and use that facility by being a guest at our hotel.
And so on the other side, not why I'm here this time, I wish I was here just for this, but if people come here a lot for the weekends just to see the shows, there's like amazing shows, Cirque du Soleil, Michael Jackson one's here right now.
Absolutely.
If somebody wanted to come in and get all gussied up for a night on the town, what services do you think would be great for them?
I always think that people do not, people think massage only, right, when they go to spas and things like that. But for me, one of my favorite things to do is to get a really great facial, because there's nothing like your skin just glowing when you go out at night, and your makeup goes on better when your skin is healthy. You feel better about yourself when your skin is healthy, and it's really nice from a professional standpoint to have somebody kind of examine, that area that we're always kind of examining ourselves. So I think facials are the way to go for that.
So what are some of the most popular treatments at y'all spa?
We have two that really stand out for us. We do a fantastic customized massage. It's our Four Seasons custom. So you can get, a length of 50 minute, 80 minute, or 100 minute. And that service is really customized to you. And we have a really high percentage as well of couples. Which is always a fun, so it depends if you're the business traveler or you're here alone. You obviously will do the custom, but you can double that up and do that in a couples massage as well, so that you can have that experience together. But that's by far our most popular. Absolutely.
And so speaking of personal, I know that you're a mom.
I am.
Wife, and so you work at the spa all day. Do you ever get to relax at home, or do you feel like relaxing, or are you just too relaxed being at work?
I know. Everybody always tells me that. They're like, oh my gosh, that must be so relaxing, but our job, on the back end in a spa is to make sure that our guests are relaxed and you don't see the chaos that might be going on behind the door, right? So, simple, old school. My favorite thing in the world is a bubble bath. Since I have two very little kids, my bubble baths kind of contain, the kids' bubble bath. It's not really the fancy bubble bath anymore. I put the princess bubble bath in my bathtub because that seems to be the only thing I have anymore. And get a really quick. My husband's fantastic and give me, 10, 15, 20 minutes by myself goes a really long way. So, it doesn't have to, back to that whole concept, it doesn't have to be hours long, right? You don't have to take a whole day to recenter yourself and focus and take a few minutes for yourself. It can be that, snapshot 20 minutes where you just relax, have a little bit of quiet time, your thoughts to yourself. Sometimes I don't, I love to read in the bath, but at this point,
I've dropped so many library
sometimes
books in the bathtub.
I can't even tell you. I've actually just decided it's like war wounds, right? And it shows that I'm a reader if my books are all tarnished and torn. But just that 20 minutes, but sometimes I don't even do that just because, again, 20 minutes by yourself, especially when you're it doesn't matter if you're a mother or not, just when you're working, right?
Right.
20 minutes by yourself is like golden.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite old school way. And sometimes if I'm feeling really adventurous, I'll put a mask on and sit in the bathtub. And then it's like...
and read.
Yeah, and get a glass of wine. All at the same time, right? But that's when I'm going, that's my Friday night.
That's actually probably what some people who are listening to us right now are probably doing just that.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Then I'm jealous. But
Well, thank you so much, Shannon.
Yes.
I really appreciate it. And I encourage everybody, if you're in Vegas, the Four Seasons Spa, it is just an oasis away from like the hubbub. There are a lot of spa choices here, but I really love the Four Seasons Spa because they have, it's just more of an oasis. It's smaller. They have beautiful gardens, a pool. It really is, it's sort of like the other Vegas, like the spa Vegas.
absolutely.
So we'll see y'all next time. Bye. Thank you, Shannon.
And you can probably tell by just how giggly I was in that interview that the toxins had truly left the building after I had been to the spa. And they made a whole lot of noise. I mean, it was definitely a detox. It was really fantastic. And like she said, actually my foot treatment, which was at the end of my Raindrop Therapy, was only 20 minutes, but it made a huge impact. And I felt like it was plenty, when coupled with the other treatment. I love when you can do that. And I want to thank Shannon and everybody at the Four Seasons Las Vegas. And we hope to do some more spas in Vegas. You might want to let us know what your favorite ones are. And before we go, I just want to give a huge thanks out to, I don't know if you know, but last year we were on the Today Show. Our Spa Brunch holiday party was featured on the Today Show. And there were so many people that helped to make it happen. And I just wanted to give a shout out to some of them. As the holidays coming again, I can't believe it's been a whole year. There's Cashware, Mary from Cashware, who supplied incredible slippers for the show, well manicured. Melanie, she did amazing gel manicures on the guests. And we had Sherry from Sebastian Signs, who did like a little fragrance tour with our guests. That was just a really cool thing to do. And then there was also the girls from Hypnotica came and did a little Holladay hula hooping. It was really, really fun. So I just want to give a shout out to them. And with that, we end our Trade Show Tranquility episode. We hope to see you at more live spa brunches from around the world, including, we've got some fun ones coming up. We've got more of our Golden Door series. We have 2 amazing holiday spas in the UK, and also an episode on how to use the spa to recuperate after you home renovate. Until then, this is Candy. I'm reminding you to take some time to unwind. It's the best thing you can do for yourself and everyone else in your life. Hope you have a great one. Talk soon. Bye.
Continue the chill. Get on the brunch bliss list at www.spabrunch.com or contact Candy at sparwithcandy@spabrunch.com. Keep tuning in for contests. You may get to spa with Candy.